Basically the way it works is it goes by season. So you start in the zone 1 regions, then you make your way through zone 2. And then to zone 3, so you have the theorycrafting. And then you have Babylon, which is like the imperial city equivalent. Basically the way it works is it goes by season. So you start in the zone 1 regions, then you make your way through zone 2. And then to zone 3, so you have the theorycrafting. And then you have Babylon, which is like the imperial city equivalent. Basically the way it works is it goes by season. So you start in the zone 1 regions, then you make your way through zone 2. And then to zone 3, so you have the theorycrafting. And then you have Babylon, which is like the imperial city equivalent. Basically the way it works is it goes by season. So you start in the zone 1 regions, then you make your way through zone 2. And then to zone 3, so you have the theorycrafting. And then you have Babylon, which is like the imperial city equivalent. Basically the way it works is it goes by season. So you start in the zone 1 regions, then you make your way through zone 2. And then to zone 3, so you have the theorycrafting. And then you have Babylon, which is like the imperial city equivalent. Basically the way it works is...
Oh. Yo, what's up everyone? Hey Plutonium, hey Archibald, hey Gautier, hey Babylon, hey Swarty MMX, salut Tiramisu, how's everyone? Hey Kurinochi, hey Fordon, what's up? How's everyone? How's everyone's weekend? Hope everyone's having a good day. Is that true, Gautier? A bit tired, I just came back from my friend's house. I haven't had time to eat yet, so I'll do that after the stream. It's gonna be a short stream because I have a business call at 11 UTC, 9 UTC, so in 2 hours and a half. So it's basically gonna be Wonder Contest, We're gonna talk for some time, and that's gonna be it most likely. Tomorrow I'll need to finish working on the tests for Vlad. I haven't had time to do more than what we did last time. What's up, Dorval? Ça marche, merci Tiramisu. Hey Penguin, how are you? Is there a translation available for the live broadcast? I'm in Arab, so translation. Sadly, no, Babylon. There is no translation because there is no delay on the stream. So YouTube has no... YouTube cannot translate basically when there's no delay. They don't have time. So if I want to add... If I want to put subtitles, I need to increase the delay, which means it's more difficult to interact. How's your weekend, everyone? I'm doing good, Fallen. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Raphael. Yes, Raphael, this is planned, yes. I'm currently working on tests with Vlad, which will mostly include... well, the first video is going to be what's the difference with Vlad, like how much is Vlad an upgrade in cavalry or pikemen. So obviously, you guys know my opinion. Is that I've always said that in my opinion Vlad was more of an upgrade for pikemen because of his sheer design. So we'll see if tests prove me right or wrong. But I would be very surprised if Vlad is better for cavalry than he is for pikemen. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess we'll see. Hi Habidin, hey Holger. Yeah, I can understand. You're not the only one, Penguin. We've lost, since Desolate Desert, we've lost so many players in our server. Like, especially lower spenders and free-to-play, you know, realizing that, you know, like they basically cannot compete. What's up, JMR? What did you think of DD? DD is a great event, but it needs to be fixed in plenty of ways. They need to nerf the TP, they need to they need to nerf zeroing, it has to be done. They need to reverse the change that they made that increased resistance to durability damage. Like this is something I will never understand. Like, why on earth did you need to increase resistance to durability damage except to make, you know, the life easier for whales and krakens for them to zero players? Like, there's legit no explanation. That's a very good idea, Olga. I'll do that after the stream. Or you can remind me, like, tomorrow if I forget. What's up, Dobby? Hey, Razor. Ah, I see the team. I see team 119 is here. Don't forget your Wonder Contest, lads. What's up, Sub? Hey, Sufation, how are you? Hey, Mike, what's up? Ah, I told you Carcassonne was amazing, bro. Salut Emmanuel. Salut Yacine. Comment tu vas, Yacine? What's up, Groot? It's nice to see you guys. I'm happy to have a talk with you guys. I feel like a sacrificial lamb and got low to no impact. I want to play a game where I can be some of help for my alliance. I can understand 100% Penguin. I had I had someone, like one of our free-to-plays in 119, who's been with us since the beginning, just announced that he would quit the game because the gap between him and others is just too big, and he doesn't feel like he's of any help to the Alliance. And we try, you know, to make him feel different, but it's just impossible. So I can completely understand his feelings. Like, the game makes it very hard for 99% of players to have any impact, especially since the open field is so... how do I say that? Like, basically, the open field, you have no place right now in the game if you're not a spender. That's the reality of it. If you're not one of the top spenders, there is no place for you in open field right now in AoEM. And the worst thing about it is it's starting to also be the case in rallies, while it was not the case at first. But the gap is starting to be so big between players that even in rallies, it's becoming very hard for people who don't have any level 140 heroes to have a place. So what can they do, you know? In some servers, people tell their players to not do any open field if they're not below a certain threshold. We are at this stage of the game, you know, where you have some leaders telling their players, don't participate if you're not like minimum 60 million player power. Like, the game is becoming so unfair that we are at this point right now. Yeah, absolutely, Abedin, that's my issue. And I was complaining about it to devs. I made a message in top contributor complaining about that again. I feel like I do it every week. I complain. Every week I complain to devs about something. And you know what they tell me? They tell me, dude, don't complain publicly. You're a moderator. So, yeah. Like, I don't know. This is legit the response I get. And when I complain privately to them, they tell me to add a suggestion on Discord. So bro, what do you want me to do? If you want me to shut up, just ask me to shut up, you know? So it is a bit tiring, but I'm still trying, you know? Even if I don't complain publicly, even if, I mean, if you follow me on Discord and on streams, you know my opinion, right? You know I voice my concerns, you know I'm not shy when it comes to criticizing them. When it's necessary, of course. But when it comes to Discord and stuff, like the official Discord, I try to be more, you know, more discreet, because I know my words hold some weight, if that makes sense. So I try not to, you know, publicly bash them for no reason or whatever. But when you get this type of answers, it's kind of depressing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm a moderator, yeah. I wonder why, sometimes. Yeah, I mean, even rallies with level 140 heroes can get absolutely destroyed by a Cyrus that's completely, you know... I don't know. Basically, you know, just know that I keep sending feedback. I try my best to make things change. I've been pushing for another wave of migration for God knows how long now, because I know that's one of the main complaints from players. I've been asking for a fix regarding rallies being zeroed, rallies being killed by one single troop, because that's been one of the main complaints from players for over a month, like ever since facilities came out, basically. I've been trying to find solutions to the zeroing issue, but, you know, I'm not a dev at the end of the day, so... The music so fitting for this segment, yeah. And yeah, the thing is, I don't know. What annoys me the most, I guess, it's not complicated to fix it. It's not complicated. All it takes is courage. Like, I'm not even kidding, you know? You often talk about political courage, you know? Some people sacrificing their political, you know, a future to make hard decisions that others wouldn't make. And all it takes the devs to do is basically be like, okay, you know, we just need to accept that we made a mistake, and yeah, and just work on fixing it. What is the fix? Well, there's plenty of fixes. First of all, the fact that mercenaries don't apply to your garrison is nonsensical to me. Why? I'll give you a simple example. Why, when you attack a tower, when you attack a gate, okay? You guys follow me, right? When you attack a gate like this one, when you attack a tower, when you attack a flag, when you attack a capital, when you attack a wall, you can only attack with one troop. Why? Because it is siege. Okay? Because you have a garrison plus siege. Right? So why, when you attack a city, can you attack with 5 troops? What's the logic? Any siege, any building in the game can only be attacked by 1 troop of your own, of course. You know, out of your 5 troops, you can only attack with 5. You can only attack with 1, sorry. Why is it that for citadels, you can send 5 troops and all of them can attack the city at the same time? That makes no sense. Why is it that your garrison has no mercenary bonuses? So basically, let's take the case. Capital you can attack with 5. I'm not sure. Imperial City you can only attack with 1. Why is it that let's take this into account here. Let's say you're Blaine versus CTS. They are of similar power in terms of strength. Okay, basically the only difference is troops. Why is it that CTS can so easily destroy Blaine's? That's because CTS has all the power of mercenaries, while Blaine does not. Your garrison has no mercenaries. Because when you equip your garrison, you equip heroes, but heroes don't have any mercenaries on them. Heroes just have rings, horses, skills, gear, and you know, talent trees. There is no mercenary. You don't pick mercenaries when you equip heroes in your garrison. So all of these bonuses here are completely lost. All of this is completely lost. While if we were to be logic, all mercenaries should be applied to your garrison. Like, what's happening to your mercenaries? Are they on strike? When you get attacked, like, are they like, okay, no, that's not none of my business. I'm not defending this city, bro. Like, they go on strike whenever they get, you know, whenever they get attacked. Like, what the fuck? Like, that makes no sense at all to me. So just fixing that, just fixing mercenaries on garrison walls would make it twice as difficult to zero people. Is Vlad truly better than Cyrus as commander? So I did the test the other day, FinTubi on stream, and it was exactly the same. In swarming situation. In 1v1 and against rallies, it's maybe different. But I have yet to determine this. So all of that to say, it's not like rocket science. You know, this is like just one or two fixes that you can, like anyone can come up with that in a few seconds, you know? Again, all it takes is them to, you know, get like, grow a pair, you know, and that's it. But Rise of Kingdoms has managed pretty well. Like, you know what's infuriating to me? Is that the argument some people say is that, but if Krakens cannot zero, they're gonna be bored. What the fuck? Like, in Rise of Kingdoms, you cannot be zeroed if you're on your alliance land, right? And Rise of Kingdoms has like 10 times the Krakens AoEM has, so... That doesn't, like, that's not logic to me. Even Krakens are getting fucking bored of doing nothing else than zeroing. What do you think of the new ponies? I think it's not as bad as I thought it would be at first. If I'm honest. It increases the gap for sure. For me, the main shame is that they added Midas buy packs. If they hadn't put Midas buy bundles, it would have been perfectly fine. It's still a bit too early. It's still too soon. Sorry. For me, it's still, you know, too many pay-to-win rewards. Too many pay-to-win features, you know, in a short amount of time. However, it is not as bad as castle facilities, for instance. Yes, adornments are very, very expensive, yes. And then it needs to be less RNG as well. It needs to be less fucking RNG, bro. Like, can we talk about that? I have crafted maybe 30 adornments right now. To give you an idea, that's like $600, maybe? And I haven't had any single adornment I wanted to have. Like, not a single one with 1% chance. Like, hello? Like, this is even worse than gambling. Good luck, tiramisu. But, you know, I don't wanna... I'm not... you know, I guess I am complaining about the game at the end of the day, but... I don't want to make it sound like it's, you know, dramatic, etc. Like, there's nothing that can't be fixed. You know? Again, it's just a matter of... grow a fucking pair, you know, devs. Yeah, or even if they want to be less friendly. Wait, bosses are here, right? I keep forgetting on this map. Is this here? I think I always confuse with Tower of Repose. Yes, bosses are here in Tower of Repose. What do you think of Zhuge Liang? Zhuge Liang is an upgrade, but he's not as good as I thought he would be. What is the difficulty and why would they need a political courage? That's what I don't understand. Because I think right now they are in a loop where they're like, if we go back, we admit we made a mistake. If we go back on what we have, we admit there is bad game design. And probably in their mind, admitting that means failure, which is not the case. Admitting that would make people actually say, thank fucking God, they have some common sense. But my feeling, especially talking to them, is they are so fucking scared, bro. They are so fucking scared of community backlash that they would rather shut the fuck up, not say anything, stay completely silent, and just let it slide. They are so scared of backlash, bro. You don't even imagine. So basically, and I think they're scared, you know, to disappoint Krakens as well, but they're mistaken. Krakens don't give a shit, bro. Krakens will spend regardless. That's what I don't understand. And even Krakens, like even people from like server 40, people shit talk server 40 non-stop, but server 40, some of them are some of the first to push for more free-to-play features. Because even they are getting tired, like even like they are pushing for more migration, for instance, because they want to have competition, which they don't have right now. Krakens don't get bored in Rock because field fighting is encouraged. Instead, people can beat a Kraken. Yeah, absolutely. And in like imagine in Age of, you can spend. That's what's crazy to me. I said that to devs as well. You can spend $50,000. Imagine that amount, right? $50,000 and get zeroed by someone just because he spent 3 times your amount of money, bro. That makes no fucking sense. And it will never make sense to me. There is no excuse for that. Alright, boys. Good luck, have fun. I think we are against server 5. Well, I think zeroing is only half of the problem. I'm not like in events like MEE, zeroing is not the issue, you know. That's one of the reasons why the Mightiest Empire event is completely doable even if you're against Krakens. You know why? Because in Mightiest Empire event, when you kill a Kraken or a whale, he has 2 minutes to go back to his base and 2 minutes to go back to the city, like the Imperial City. That's 4 minutes of downtime. But in things like GEE and Desolate Desert, for instance, they can permanently refill flags. They can permanently refill, what's it called? Everything, basically. Like, you've played Desolate Desert, so you probably see what I mean, right? You have a Kraken that teleports right next to a flag, and he can just reinforce indefinitely. And what can you do? You take losses. Like, you lose your rallies, etc. There's nothing you can do. Okay, let's see Vlad first. Let's see if I am tanky or not, okay? And let's see how I damage these people here. So already I can 100% tell, okay, that in 1v1s, Vlad feels 10 times better than Barbarossa. Because that's the main issue from Barbarossa, right? Is that he completely sucks in 1v1 scenarios. I'll let Razor deal with that guy here. Still alive? Still alive. Still alive. Yeah, like, all you need is Mensa Musa and a good set of rings. Kitsune, this guy looks like a whale. 100 and... Oh, he has 2 swords, the sneaky one. Okay, he has 2 swords and he has 170k troops. So he is a whale at least as much as I am. Let's see how he does. He has actually more troops than I do. Okay, there was one guy here that disappeared. Collateral damage. And you see why this is where the difference comes from. Vlad's commander skill reduces the damage I take. And when you are against 2 swords of similar strength here, because again this guy had more troops than I did. This is where it comes into play. This is where it becomes very strong. I survived being swarmed by 2 swords of a guy that probably had, I don't know, maybe 90 million power like me. Salut Maxence. Ah, je suis 5 étoiles là, je suis plus en bêta là. La bêta c'est fini. We need backlash? I mean, yeah, that's all they understand at the end of the day. How's it going this way, by the way? I haven't checked. Okay, we are doing pretty good. I'm not liking this Cyrus here. I think he saw me. I think his vision is based on movement. Yeah. Holy sh... Did you see that archer? Wait, what the fuck? What? Can someone clip that? What? And so much contrasting results, so it comes Vlad versus Freddy. It, like, the ones I did wasn't contrasting at all. Vlad was an upgrade. I did it on stream as well, so you can check the replay for the when I did it. Vlad 5-star is an upgrade of a Barbarossa 5 stars. I will do the test with Boudica as well. I haven't had time. It takes, it takes some time. You need to walk into the thingy, papat. But it's okay. Okay, I will go here because they're gonna push here. What's up, Lidzed? I didn't call you... What did I call you the other day, Lidzed? Raptor? I think it was Raptor, right? My apologies, bro. But yeah, as you can see, in these scenarios against, like, to me, Vlad first is way better against counters and in 1v1 setups. There is no doubt in my mind about that. I saw some people saying Zhuge Liang 1 star is better than Fyodora 5 stars. I can't confirm or not. I'm not 100% sure about that. I wouldn't say yes or no because I have no idea. When I don't know, I'd rather not, you know, lie or make assumptions. I know Zhuge Liang is an upgrade for sure, that I have no doubt about. Be it over Fyodora or Charlemagne, Zhuge Liang is an upgrade for sure. Now, whether you keep Fyodora or Zhuge Liang is up to you. The result is kind of similar, I'm not gonna lie. The only difference is basically... will you be like... will you apply consistent damage or not? Like basically, if you play Zhuge Liang, Fyodora and what's she called? And Fyodora, you will have consistent damage output. No high peaks, no down, etc. Like it's very, very stable lineup. If you decide to play, Ramses, Zhuge Liang, Charlemagne, you will have higher peaks of damage, but also lower spikes of damage. So you will sometimes lose fights that you would win with Fyodora, but you will sometimes win fights you would lose with Fyodora. That makes sense. What's up, Havoc? That is the better commander. I feel like he's more suited for more situations, if that makes sense. For instance, he's better in 1v1s, my opinion, way better. And he's better in against counters than Cyrus is. Samuel, those Ramses Lagata, Zhuge Liang, what do you think? Yes, that was one of my first conclusions when I tried it in beta, is that Zhuge Liang with Fyodora was with Lagata was the best outcome. Yeah. 30 seconds for the bosses. Oh, I'm being targeted. Not very nice, is it? This guy's pretty strong as well. Did he take the... Okay, though, I got the health free. Okay, I was gonna say. Server 5 betters in GEE. We have so... I mean... We kind of struggle when it comes to players. We are lacking numbers heavily. Okay, let's go here. What do you think of Suleiman Charles and Zhuge Liang? It is good. It is very good. If you want to play Suleiman or Sun Tzu, I would indeed play with Charlemagne over Fyodora. Charlemagne and his ability to skip charge is very, very good. 100% I would play that if I had to choose. What's up, Havoc, my man? How are you doing, bro? Did you see my message in top contributor, Havoc? Is Vlad better than Teamer for Lubu? I don't think so, no. I'm struggling with two nasty pikemen here. Oh damn, 3 swordsmen on me. Yeah, 100% Kenzo, I think that's a very smart plan. I think that's a very good way to do things, Kenzo. 100%. Yeah, S5 is strong. And honestly, it was pretty nice. I mean, we had a pretty chill time in GEE. You know, we discussed a bit, we chatted and stuff. It was pretty nice. Very, very nice people so far. Le Sigam, vaut-il la peine de jouer Vlad si nous avons Barberousse 4 ou 5 étoiles? Alors, ça dépend de quelle autre classe tu joues, enfin quel autre line-up tu joues. Là, comme ça, je dirais que si t'es low spender ou même free-to-play, non. Enfin voilà, n'investis pas plus. Maintenant, si t'es plutôt une whale ou un truc comme ça vaut sans doute la peine. J'ai pas encore déterminé à quel point c'était meilleur. Mais voilà, ça a l'air meilleur dans tous les cas. Vlad. Just say good, it's in the bag, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna, after this stream, like I have a small business to call, maybe for another partnership with another game. That actually seems similar to Age of, but I'm not too sure. Can't say much more yet. So yeah, I have a call after that in 1 hour. And yeah, after that I'm gonna set up a Steam group page, by the way. I'm gonna set up a Steam group page and to play some games with people outside of Age of. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of us are, how do I say that? Kind of tired with the game as it is, you know? And I, personally, at least, I want to do some other things than just doing Age of. I need to do something else. So with my alliance, 119, we'll have a Steam page to play some games like Age of Empires 2. Maybe some Left 4 Dead, maybe some, you know, whatever we can think of, maybe Valheim and stuff. And the other thing that's planned is, for instance, like we have plenty of dads and moms in our alliances, and I think it's the same for you, right? I guess many of you are like maybe 30 plus, and some of you have kids. So I'm like, you know, maybe we can have as well like a Minecraft server or something like that, just to chill, you know, and for those who wanna chat, you know, have a talk with the community. Just to like have our community a step forward, you know, just not on the Age of, but you know, have something to do outside of Age of, so we can get to know each other and etc. Obviously, you know, so those of you who don't want to play, like, don't play, right? But, you know, just having that possibility, you know? Again, against these two swordsmen. The damage output is very nice. Detroit Fate War. I didn't like it at all. I thought it looked like shit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the game looked close to AI generated, very soulless game that looks like any generic mobile game that's been created for the last 20 years. So I didn't play it in depth. What about the true Age of? Yeah, I love Age of Empires 2, especially because there's gonna be what's it called? There's gonna be Alexander the Great new campaign on Age of 2, so I wanna try that out for sure. So yeah, I mean, you know, oh, what's that? You know, gonna play some other games just in between Age of, you know, because Age of Empires Mobile is nice and all, but I might nearly bet the two of them again, right? So very strong Vlad first. That damage reduction from his signature skill is amazing. So yeah, you know, just to have something to do aside from Age of and to get to talk as well, you know, meet each other and stuff. Final Four, the Vlad is a must. It depends, I would say. If you are a whale, maybe, perhaps. If not, if you already have Barbarossa 5-star, for instance, if you invested a lot on Barbarossa 5-star, then maybe it's not worth pushing for another hero, you know what I mean? But 3 star is already worth it. I haven't signed Cyrus 3 star. Yeah, for sure, yeah. 2 swordsman guy has 76 million power. Really? Why? He's fucking strong as fuck, man. What the fuck? Where is he? Okay, so he's like 20 million below me. How? Wow. Maybe he has... You need capacity gems. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Definitely a bad idea for me to target these pikemen. But let's go balls deep. You know, might as well. Okay, decent damage. Yeah, very strong this guy with the swordsman. Where is he? Was it Kitsune? I think it was Kitsune, right? Yeah. The really thinks too fast? Yeah. Is Octavian a must for the auto lineup? I think it is one of the best choices, yes. Vlad better than Cyrus as commander? I don't think it's... I think it's situational. I tend to prefer it. Because it's like I've showcased here in 1v1 cases or against counters like Kitsune has, for instance. I do believe that Vlad first is better because his commander skill provides way more than Cyrus's commander skill. He's very strong, that guy. I respect that. I respect the double swordsman build. In Swarm, Cyrus is better? Not necessarily, no. But I think it's very similar. Like in Swarm setup, I think one of the other is very similar. You know what I mean? But I would say that Vlad comes on top when it comes to 1v1 and stuff like that. Against rallies, I'm not sure. Because I don't know if you have actually time to cast your commander skill most of the time, you know. But other than that, I feel like basically in scenarios where you're at a disadvantage, Vlad helps for sure. Who's that sneaky one? Ah, okay, saw him, nice. Oh, there's bosses, I completely forgot about that. Oh, Bionic got it. Bionic the goat. What is his Yodit build? Okay, let's try to think. So there's Lagerta, Tribuana, Yodit, Miyamoto. That's 4. Mehmet. That's 5. Maybe he has Constantine as well. So maybe... So I'm assuming it's a mix of these 6 heroes. Lagerta, Yodit, Miyamoto, Mehmet, Constantine, and whoever else I forgot. Tribuana. Maybe he plays the classic... I guess he has a tank on both lineups. So maybe he plays Miyamoto, Mehmet, Lagerta. Yeah, I would say that. Maybe he plays Miyamoto, Mehmet, Lagerta. And as a second lineup, maybe Yodit, Tribuana, Constantine. I would see something like that. Thank you, Sorin, for the 2 months in a row, bro. Thank you, man. Is it worth? I mean, yeah, like you can see, like my Cyrus March is my strongest by far, and he's able to beat me. Like where I would be able to swarm a rally and, you know, be a pain in the ass of his entire team in MEE scenario, or, you know, whatever, the Desolate Desert or something, he would be able to kill me with only 2 troops and prevent me from killing entire rallies. You know what I mean? So It is a very particular playstyle that he has, but one I respect because it is very team-oriented. It also probably took runes, yes. Maybe I can see what heroes he has. Wait, can I see him somewhere? Miyamoto... Okay, what does he have? Miyamoto... I think that's Tribuana. And Constantine, maybe? Yeah, maybe Constantine. So the other one would be Yodit. Where is he? Stop moving, Kitsune. Yodit? It's moving everywhere. Yeah, Kitsune, yeah. I'm wondering what he has. Because his setup looks interesting. Yodit, Mehmet, and... what's the last one? Yodit, Mehmet, Lagerta. Okay, he has Yodit, Mehmet, Lagerta. Yodit, Mehmet, Lagerta. And he has Miyamoto, Tribuana, Constantine. I think he could even upgrade it to another level. If I was him, I would probably play Miyamoto, Mehmet, Lagerta, and Yodit, Tribuana, Constantine or something like that. I think that's what I would play if I was him. But he's doing very well regardless, so I don't have any, you know. Like his setup is very good. I like that. I like that. I don't know. It's very nice. Like these type of players who are very invested in one setup that counters the meta is very useful in team fights. Can Barbarossa be put with Vlad and Cyrus instead of Mensa? I did the test, Babylon. I haven't finished it. It's not as good, obviously, but it works. Okay. So it's not as strong, but it works, yes. Babylon. You pay too much to reach 740? Yeah. I guess you could say that, yeah. What's up, red noise? Would swords be better to build than Mulan archers? Mulan is in a top spot. Mulan is in a top spot, but kind of like Miyamoto when you think about it. Miyamoto in Season 1 was completely shut down because of Mulan. In Season 2 he was completely shut down by Lu Bu. In Season 3 completely shut down by Lu Bu. And in Season 4 he finally made a breakout thanks to Lagertha. Mulan was the queen of Season 1 as well as Hannibal. And in Season 2 Mulan got completely shut down by Lu Bu, completely shut down in Season 3 by Lu Bu, completely shut down in Season 4 by Pikeman and Lu Bu, and in Season 5 it's the same. She is still strong, okay? She has not been nerfed, that's always what I say. She has not been nerfed. She's just countered more heavily. So you can still play her, but she's way more situational than other heroes would be. Mulan can still do a very good job, but you have to be careful, basically. You have to, like, to me, first of all, she's more suitable for rallies. And rallies where there is not, you know, 10 Lu Bus inside. So she's very situational. Let's see how his swords do against my my Lu Bu. Okay, I'm being targeted by 4 people. Okay, pretty resilient. I like this guy's build. Pretty nice. It's nice to see people, you know, try other things than just what everyone does. What gems do you go on trip? In Mia, Lag, Trip, March. Honestly, she's the one that matters the least. Health, healing gems work by default. Is it the best? Honestly, if you don't have any gems on her, it doesn't matter. Otherwise, health and might works. If you have Skyward Knight, you can also use strategy gems or all attributes. That works as well. Is there a place for Fyodor in Warrior Swords? Not really, sadly. If you want to play a tank in Warrior Swords, you'd rather play like Mehmet, for instance. They have a lot of swordsmen, by the way. I hope he doesn't think I'm being sarcastic. I really like his swords build. I like that. If someone knows him, you know, you can tell him it's not sarcastic. Or it's not irony, or whatever it's called in English. What about Zhuge with Mia? I tried Zhuge with Miyamoto, and it was not insanely good, sadly. It was not very good. I'll check your message afterwards, Abedin. Well, after I eat, actually. Miyamoto Constantine Mehmet. If I have Max Ramsey's March, is Miyamoto stronger? I wouldn't say so, especially if you play Miyamoto Constantine Mehmet. You will be tanky, but you will have no damage output. What do you think about Zhuge Liang? Worth to bench Charlemagne? You can also bench Fyodora. What's up, Red Samurai? Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Alright, GGS5. Is he still bugged? I have no idea. Bien, hermano. Ah, muy bien, muy bien. Damn, Goraf, what is this? Nasty. Holy shit, we had many AFKs. Okay, Torden was online. Torden was doing caravans. All right. Let's see. What did I want to check? Yes. Where is it? How are my friends from Seed doing? Damn, they're fucking kicking it, bro. Like, Seed is our second alliance in 119, and they're so fucking good at Wonder, bro. We lost one to server 5, so we got our small revenge. Hi, GG. Oh, what does that mean? When you install the main character for the entire server, but for one legion, even then for the weakest one. Okay, I'm not sure what he means, but... Alright, so Vlad first. I like that. I very much enjoy Vlad first. I think it is... I don't know, I think like it suits more more scenarios. Like again, 1v1s. 1v1s, I feel like Vlad first is better, more survivability, same damage output basically. And yeah, when you're being 1v1s and when you're being ganged up by swords, that extra damage resistance really is a nice bonus. Salut Tiramisu, merci merci Tiramisu. For the live broadcast, have a good broadcast, my friend. What do you think about the ring that came from Belisarius? Is it good to for investment? I have not tried it, so that's the first thing I'm gonna say. And I think this ring is exactly like Effulgence and Azure Moon, which means that if you want to build that ring, you need to have, I believe, level 20 on that ring minimum, I would say. The gems on that march, for sure, yeah. So I haven't tried. I will try to change Forceful Retaliation for Whirlwind Sweep and see how it goes. I haven't tried yet, so maybe there's... This is not the final build, basically. Maybe there's better than that. So health, as often, might, passive gems, and a mix of everything. So might, passive, and health. On Cyrus, exactly the same. Health, might, and passive damage. And on Mensa, I have health, all attributes, I believe. Yes. And healing. You could change healing by passive damage. You could do that. And swap metal for Fearless Retribution. Because with Vlad, you are more in a DPS oriented lineup. I'm noticing with Vlad, first my overall damage is a lot less. Losing on Mensa. Lofty Commander buff as me undecided. It depends on what rings you're using, Taz. If you're using rings that has Commander damage, then yes, you will lose damage. Because that's buffs that don't go on Cyrus. But I did the test in swarming setups with no gear, no ring, just based on the hero themselves. And I had legitimately zero, like, I think the difference was what? Let me make the maths recently quickly because I haven't done it. I had less than 1% difference between Vlad Commander and Cyrus Commander in terms of efficiency. That's how similar they were. Now it was purely in a swarming setup. I didn't try 1v1 yet. I haven't tried, sorry, 1v1 yet. Which is where I believe the difference will be. However, if you play rings such as... if you play with rings... where are they? Here. Like Ring of Deer, with Commander damage. If you play with Ring of Bear, specifically Ring of Bear, which buffs Commander damage and your Commander's might, then yes, it is better to have Cyrus first, because again Cyrus deals more damage than Vlad. So if you play with Ring of Bear, with Ring of Deer, rings that add Commander damage, Lofty Mountain is also one of them, Taz, then it is better to have Cyrus first. Because you want to keep that Commander damage efficiency, right? Here. But in my case, I adapted my build to buff heroes regardless of their placement. I play with Celestial Spark, which buffs both my Cyrus and my Vlad regardless of their placement. that ring buffs troop damage, not commander damage. So it buffs both Vlad and Cyrus and Mensa Musa as well. I play with Messenger of Destruction, which buffs troops damage as well, which will buff my Cyrus and my Vlad regardless of their position, if that makes sense. Same goes for the passive here. And I play with Tranquil Water, which brings damage reduction, so it doesn't matter. But all of that to say that if you play with rings that buff all of your troop, then it matters less that Cyrus does not benefit from Mensa Musa's damage buff. Because the damage reduction that that Vlad brings will kind of even things out, if you see what I mean. That's at least my conclusion from the very early tests I've made. Now, if you were to play with Ring of Deer, Ring of Bear, and Lofty Mountain combined, for instance, then yes, you would see a major difference, because all of that commander damage would go to what's it called? Vlad instead of Cyrus. For my main march or the pikeman, I have Cyrus, Barbarossa, and Mensa Musa, but I unlocked recently Vlad. Recently unlocked Cyrus ring. Los Senderos. What's up, Victorico? Alright, Aaron, I see what you mean. But yes, I think that ring, Aaron, is a very good ring. Because Tactician Pike lacked a very specific damage ring, right? There was no specific ring for them. So that ring is a very good one for that. Because it takes up a slot that was kind of empty before. What's up, Bizo? Which one? Archers or sword? Best lineup for Ramses? I think sword is better right now. Any news for when 1 year anniversary? I think it would be like mid-October or something like that. Can you show the rankings on your server? Yeah, sure. Our top 10 is like yeah, our top 12, top 13 is like 100 million. Top 100 is like what? 50 million? Yeah, something like that. And our alliances, 7.4 billion. Oh. 5 billion, 3.5 billion. Yeah, I agree. I think we would really enjoy a ring reset, I think. Like, one ring reset would be nice, you know? I don't think it's too much. I think it's fair. Like, I think just allowing us to clear, like, reset one ring, I don't know. I feel like it would be fair. Yeah, we have some strong players, yeah. We don't have people with unlimited budget. That's the thing. We have big whales, for sure. Wonder contest. Let's grab these. So never forget to take your rewards, folks. Yeah, I agree, Martins. What's up, Tito? Loving Vlad? Yeah, I like Vlad, yeah. I like Vlad because he adds more value to rings like Messenger of Destruction. Because since you had one more DPS to the lineup, assuming you had Barbarossa before, you really make the most out of Messenger of Destruction, which I like. It's better Cyrus, Barbarossa, Mensa Musa, Osiris, Vlad, and Mensa Musa. I had... So, again, I'll say what I have found so far, Red Samurai. With my test so far, with no ring, no gear involved, etc. So, naked results, just the hero themselves, how they perform. I had better results with Cyrus, Vlad, and Mensa. Yes, absolutely, Bizo, yes. I have red armor gems. Do you recommend I use yellow might ones on Vlad instead? Yes, Kenzo. Um, 8 p.m. UTC. I have my rendezvous in 1 hour, so I'll maybe have to disconnect soon. Tomorrow, or at least tomorrow and Monday, I'll finish my tests on Pikeman. I haven't had time to test more than what I did the day before. When was it? Thursday, I think it was, yeah. So I haven't had time to try more than what I did on Thursday. I have not tried Boudica yet versus Vlad. But that's planned. I still need to do some comparison between some rings. So I'll be able to tell you which ring brings the most to the lineup. I'll also try Vlad in cavalry to be able to say, you know, okay, Vlad brings X%, you know, improvement to cavalry or not. But he brings, you know, X% more improvement to pikemen, so I would rather play pikemen with Vlad, which is my opinion anyway. If you've been, you know, following my streams and stuff, you know that I believe Vlad is more suited to be played with pikemen than he is with Lubu, just based on his kit. So we'll try Vlad, Ram, Boudica. What's your thought about this? Vlad, Ram, Boudica. I think it'll be very squishy, but it's worth a shot. Why you have both siege rings? Because I actually have a siege lineup. If I show you here, I have this guy. So he's both siege and gathering. So I have that siege thingy. Then I have my Josephine with siege damage. She also has siege here. And I have my Amirabi with siege damage. It's nice to destroy gates and stuff. And it's not, I mean, for a spender, it's not a heavy investment because, like, it's, you know, it's level 1. It's not leveled up. Alright, so very short stream. You know, like I said, I haven't eaten yet, so I'm quite hungry, to be honest. And I have a meeting in 1 hour. So I'll be doing tests with Vlad. I'll be doing tests with Vlad for cavalry and pikemen tomorrow and this Monday, most likely, which will let me bring some conclusions on this hero and on these lineups. What's up, 10 team? So yeah. I'll let you guys know, obviously. I wish you guys a good day. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, as always, I said that on my Discord channel, but for those who are not on Discord, for those who don't know, I am partnered with eneba, which allows you to buy Apex coins, basically, just like Midas buy. And I have asked them to have a 30% cashback for the first year anniversary, so for mid-October. I am pushing for it, so we can have like a 30%, you know, how do you call that? You know, yeah, cashback, you know, for your purchases. For the 1 year anniversary, I think that would be very great to have that, especially because we'll have a BOGO event. And I would like to have some, maybe some giveaways as well for that event. So I will keep you up to date if they agree or not to have a 30% cashback for that time. I hope so. I will ask for it because that would be pretty juicy, you know, to get like 30% additional value from our purchases. So yeah, as always, if you want to support the stream, feel free to check out eneba. Pogo event? BOGO, yeah. Buy one, get one, basically. On Midas Buy, there's that. And if you buy on eneba, you also get the buy one, get one from Midas Buy. So thanks everyone. I appreciate you guys, as always. I'll see you, maybe I'll maybe stream tomorrow to have some Civ. Like a chill Civ stream. Maybe some Age of 2, you know, I'll see. I'll see what I'm up to. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed some insight on Vlad, etc. I'll try to have more conclusive, you know, decisive evaluation, conclusions by the end of next week. So yeah, have a good day, have a good weekend, especially. Enjoy your days, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.